This is Mark Bell from SuperTraining.tv, Super Training Gym, the strongest gym in the West. Going to answer the cliffhanger question from last time. Why did Westside Barbell incorporate the dynamic effort method? It was because you can only handle so much max effort work in a week, and so they decided to add in a dynamic effort day. Louis did that long time ago, probably in the early 80s, when he started to kind of mess around with some of the dynamic effort stuff. And so, while we all consider the dynamic effort work a huge piece of the puzzle, and we all know that it is, really one of the great benefits of the dynamic effort work is the fact that it's keeping you away from going super heavy again. So that's something to think about the next time you get underneath the barbell and it's dynamic effort day and you want to work up. You should be maxing out on your max effort days, on your heavy days. Anyway, here's another cliffhanger for you. Who said it? If lifting light weights would make you strong, why not just always lift light weights? Who said it? Okay, on to the Power Project. Got a question from a guy named Cody. And it was a pretty nice question, actually. No one ever says anything nice to me, so it brings a smile to my face. Shing! But basically he goes on to say, how do you not succumb to, seeing all these other great lifters doing great things? He wanted to know if I put pressure on myself to be a great lifter when I was younger, and so on. Of course I did. Anyone who's great at anything, or anybody who's good at anything, I wouldn't even really necessarily consider myself great. That's kind of more for you guys to decide. I'm just going to lift what I lift, and if that matches up with some other great lifters, then that would be that's a dream of mine, and I hope that dream is fulfilled. I'm going to do everything I can to fulfill it. But whether I'm great or not is kind of determined by you guys more so than it is by me. But you're going to find a lot of people that are great, a lot of people that achieve greatness in a sport. They are constantly they're in a constant state of proving themselves. Every time you see one of these teams win the championship, even the Miami Heat, people are like, oh, everyone counted us out. That's the last team anybody should be counting out, with all the multi-millionaire players they have on their team to win the championship. But it's kind of like a mindset that they get. They think it's us against the world. And sometimes that approach can be healthy. Sometimes that approach can help you overcome some things. But what I have learned is you can go about things in many different ways and still get the same result. I'm not hardcore. I'm not a badass. I'm in the gym to get better, to improve, and to have a great time doing it. So in between sets, when we're joking around, you watch SuperTraining.tv, and we're all screwing around, and we're talking about porn and chicks and drugs and this and that and whatever else comes to mind. All that is extremely authentic. We are in there to get a certain amount of work done. As that work's getting done, we're in there busting each other's balls, making fun of each other. And I would kind of say, I had we always have somebody say, profound things in the gym. Like Austin Baumgarten actually once told me he has a way with words. He said, hey, you can break world records being a dick, or you can break them the way you're breaking them. And I always thought that was pretty cool. I thought that was a really big compliment. Because you try to keep it lighthearted, you try to keep it fun. If you're good at it, you don't have to be a dick. If you're not that good at it, then you're going to have to dig deeper, and you're probably going to have to draw upon something else, and that'll be artificial, and that'll probably deflate at some point. But if you're good, you should be able to have fun while you're doing it. Talking to Brandon Lilly, a fellow Power Projecter, he mentioned to me that the last meet that he did, he had the most fun. He just was out there lifting raw. He squatted over 800 pounds, benched over 500, and finished the day with a 765 deadlift. And he just said he had a blast, and that's what it should be about. Now his training is going to be brought to a whole new level, and I wouldn't be surprised to see him do even bigger and greater things coming up, because now he's got momentum and he's got confidence built up. So much of this stuff is about confidence. So for you, you need to stop worrying about what everybody else is doing. You need to worry about yourself, and you need to build confidence. Don't worry about so-and-so benching 4 plates for 10 reps, or don't watch Eric Spoto videos, or those kinds of things. They could be positive because they can be a learning tool for you. It could be a resource. That's the way I've always looked at it. A lot of times I'll look at somebody and say, I'm not there yet. I'm not there yet. Or you can justify it in your head and make excuses on why the guy's stronger than you. That guy's shorter. What am I going to do? And then sometimes you just got to admit. You just got to flat out admit it. You got to flat out say it, and that'll help you. You got to sometimes just flat out say, that he's stronger than me. I think I mentioned this before. I beat A.J. Roberts head-to-head in a powerlifting meet a long time ago. And since that time, A.J. Roberts has, flown right past me by a couple 100 pounds. What did he total? 2850 or something like that. My best total's 2628. I realize he's, in a little bit different weight class, but not too much different. Anyway, the point is that, what was my point? Did I have a point? My point is, you can't really be too worried about what other people are doing. You can only have it motivate you to be positive, and you can only keep working. That's what AJ did to get better. AJ just never gave up. He just kept working, and he actually took things a step further, moved out to Westside, and put his life on hold basically while he achieved world record totals. And not everyone's going to want to make the same types of sacrifices, but again, that can help you justify it in your head and say, well, I don't want to weigh 440 pounds. I don't want to move to Westside. I don't want to move to Ohio. or I don't want to move to Sacramento and train. Whatever the case is, you can you gotta be able to do a little bit of that. Otherwise, you're going to drive yourself freaking crazy. There's some strong dudes out there. Not only there's strong dudes in powerlifting, but the scary part is there's strong dudes that aren't in powerlifting. There's some guys out there that are mutants, man. There's some people out there that are ripping up some pretty good weights in the gym that we don't even really know about, and they just keep popping up all over the place. There's 600-pound raw benches. It seems more common nowadays. 800-pound squats raw seem pretty common, and it's just, you're going to have to take some baby steps. You're going to have to build confidence, build upon your own training, build upon yourself, help build some good solid foundation for yourself and some good self-respect, so you don't have to really worry about what other people are doing. I know what I have done in this sport, and I know what I haven't done. I know, say like, Ed Cohn. I'll never be as good as Ed Cohn. I mean, you might as well just admit it now. There's no possible way. He was 220, and he was a world record holder. He had the highest total of all time, regardless of weight class, regardless of federation. You won't see that again from a lighter weight guy. I mean, that was just unbelievable like that. So you sometimes admit it. However, you can also say, you know what? I'm going to do more for powerlifting than Ed Cohn ever did. And I can say that. That's what I'm trying to do. Whether I do it or not, again, that's kind of more up to you guys. But putting out Power Magazine, doing the Power Project, spinning these videos all day, and kicking some knowledge your way, hopefully that's the message that I'm conveying, is that I'm trying to do a lot for this sport. I'm trying to up the ante, trying to get more people involved in powerlifting, because this is the most powerful sport there is, and it's a great sport to be involved in, and it's a great sport for people to participate in to get better at other sports. But, that's going to be something that you're going to have to do for yourself. You're going to have to say, you know what, I'm not this guy, I'm not that guy, I'm myself, and I got these different things going on, and just do your best. Just try to keep getting better. Remember the saying that I say all the time, if you're not getting better, you're getting worse. So keep working towards getting better. Sometimes those improvements and goals are going to change. For me, right now, I'm on a crash course to lose a bunch of weight, and we'll see where that takes me in the end. But ultimately, I'd still like to be my strongest ever, even regardless of losing the body weight. That's going to take some time, so you have to kind of realize that as well. So thanks for writing in, and thanks for considering me as being a great lifter. I'm going to keep working on it. And that is it from supertraining.tv. Later.